Hi everyone, and welcome to the weekly Scopes from the 28th of August right up until the 3rd of September. So yes, let's just delve right in, shall we? On the 28th of August, the moon void of course ends at around 46 minutes past 11 in the evening. Publicly, people may be focused more on issues of health. Still, there will be practical approaches to work and socializing, especially business matters. People will have more of a grin it and bear it, carry on despite the suffering type of attitude. You may focus more on methodology, productivity and the details. People will want things more cleaner, more organized, more orderly than normal when the moon is in the constellation of Virgo. The best use of this energy is to do a complete well-being check-up of your mind, body and soul. Focus on anything you need to research or learn, looking after your personal hygiene and nutrition. You are more able to think and to make more economical decisions when buying clothing, household, health and food and other practical type of items. The key theme of the Virgo transit is analytical thinking and of course practical action. The Virgo vibration can make you more open to the effect of your mind and your body and your mind. So it's best to think more positively and also to look after your body and also look after your mind. If you have been thinking of advancing yourself educationally or professionally, now is the time to start or follow through on plans, helping people who need it. Negatively, when the moon is in the constellation of Virgo, people can become more hypercritical and fussy, thinking they know the right way to do things and everyone else is wrong, and this sort of thinking can cause tension in relationships. There is also a chance that some of you may become less organised, which can cause issues at work, bosses, co-workers like, you're not doing enough work, or you may notice that a co-worker's not pulling their weight, so to speak, and then can just be conflict over who's not doing their job properly and stuff like that. For you gardeners out there, the next few days are a good period to plant your crops. Prepare for an excellent harvest, manipulating your crops, trimming your vines and flowers, and eliminating parasites and weeds. So yeah, that's the scope for the 28th of August. On the 29th of August, Venus makes a Sextile to Jupiter. If you have been feeling stressed out, this transit allows you to relax a little and maybe go to a party and just chill out, maybe entertaining with friends, but watch out for overdoing it. Eating and drinking too much can cause problems and increase your risk of making poor hookup or romantic decisions. People can be insincere with words and lie to get what they want, which can cause hurt feelings. Mercury also makes a Sesquiquadrate to Uranus, amplifying the risk of unpredictable harsh words and or eccentric or erratic behaviour. There can be a lot of excitability and nervous tension. You and or others may find it hard to understand anyone else's point of view. Inflexibility in thinking or differences in beliefs can also cause communication breakdowns. The Sun also makes a Quincunx to Jupiter today on the 29th of August, so this kind of cements that people will generally take more risks than normal. Nevertheless, concentrating on the big picture, ignoring the minor details and other carelessness may lead to mistakes, so make sure you check the facts and be mindful how you interact with others to reduce the risk of arguments. On the 30th of August, Venus makes a Quincunx to Neptune, which may lead to some people being overly idealistic in romantic or hookup situations. In love, you may receive disappointing news. This energy can cloud judgment, leading to poor decision making. So it's crucial that you put off any, making any life-changing decisions or seek the advice of those you can trust if you feel like you're being affected by this transit. Positively, you and others can be open to romantic gestures and artistic expression more. If you try hard and let your imagination and intuition lead the way, you can create a masterpiece. Mars also makes a sextile to Jupiter today, supporting smooth business and personal transactions, acting with integrity and a sense of purpose, just being like, yeah, I'm just going to get this done. So it allows for that. If any disagreements come up, this vibration gives a chance for them to be resolved peacefully. On the 31st of August, the moon void of course starts at 7:08, so it's a short one, and ends at 7:34. And the moon then enters the constellation of Libra. The best use of the moon's energy in the constellation of Libra is working with others, compromising to find solutions to problems, or simply getting work completed quicker. If you are artistic or otherwise creative, this is an excellent time to start or work towards finishing any projects. The perfect time also to resolve legal and any partnership matters. If you can remain calm, remain rational and focus on the practicalities. If you can't keep a level head, it's best to put off essential matters until a later date. You may find yourself appreciating things like music, beauty and nature more, making your close ones feel more appreciated with words of affirmation, cooking for them, taking them out or giving them a gift. People may feel more concerned with socializing and psychological and emotional issues while the moon is transit in Libra. The energy is given to work through problems peacefully, looking for resolutions that meet the needs of all involved. Negatively, people can gossip more, causing more tension in relationships, acting more impolite and being insensitive to the feelings of others, and this can cause problems in close relationships because of a lack of understanding. Some people may prefer to be alone during the Libra moon. Esoterically, this is a perfect time to drink water, detox and look after your skin, kidney, intestine and other digestive organ health. When the moon is in the constellation of Libra, it's a perfect time to plant nice looking and smelling plants, fruits and vegetables, seasoning food or making your garden look more colourful. Planting hard roots such as parsnip, celery root, water chestnut, ginger, potatoes and turmeric is also a good idea. Also on the 29th, Mercury makes a Sesquiquadrate to Saturn, supporting serious and realistic thought and action. Negatively, people can become more pessimistic than usual and there can be excessive delays in communication or travel. Okay, so on the 1st of September, the moon enters Via Combusta at 10:45 a.m. and it's going to stay there for about the next 2 to 3 days. Via Combusta is the way of fire. It runs from the 15 degrees of Libra to the 15 degrees of Scorpio in astrology. Via Combusta is seen by astrologers as a critical indicator of prediction. Some astrologers believe it's best to delay essential things when the moon is in the fiery way, Via Combusta. Yet this is a good energy to work through your deep and dark emotions and problems, facing them head on. You can use this time to dig deep when the moon is in Via Combusta or any planet is in Via Combusta. In my opinion, it's an excellent time to get intense and aware of self-destructive thoughts and behaviours and relationships that hold you back from feeling the fullness of life. It is a great time to explore any matter that requires you to dive deep and that you typically numb yourself to or run from. Yet hey, it won't be a bed of roses. It is intense energy, emotions are intense, psychological problems are intense, facing the deeper meaning of life, is intense and can be quite scary. That's why so many of us avoid doing it. But if you can get out of the darkness and work through it and keep walking towards your better days. You will find them eventually. Also today, on the 1st of September, Venus makes a quincunx to Pluto, which can make people more obsessive with each other. You may find yourself being uncontrollably drawn to someone or something, as if some hidden force was pulling you. There can be an increase in unethical jealousy and selfish behaviour, as well as power struggles. Mercury also makes an opposition to Jupiter and supports well thought out decision making. Some people may be lazy in their thinking, causing negligent actions due to making promises that they cannot keep. Avoid exaggerating and overreacting. Still, this may be hard to do due to the influence of Venus, Quincunx, Pluto. So yeah, that's the 1st of September. On the 2nd of September, the moon void of course starts at 7:03 in the morning. Then the moon enters Scorpio at 1:26 p.m. When the moon is in the constellation of Scorpio, people may become more diligent and make a practical effort to improve their home environment. This is an incredible energy to look after your financial and emotional life, pay bills and ensure your life and other insurance policies are up to date. Study scientific, technological, occult or other intellectual subjects and practice self-discipline and mood control. If you constantly use the Scorpio moon vibration, you can complete the things you put your willpower to, doing the work to improve your physical or inner emotional, spiritual and psychological home, as well as your finances can bring extra rewards in the long term if started or continue now. Negatively, past emotional resentments and conflicts involving money may cause problems in relationships. You may wish to avoid these confrontations. Still, you may be forced to deal with them. It's best to admit any wrongdoing and try and forgive others and yourself. This may be hard to do, yet remember we can never change our past. We can relive it repeatedly in our minds, blocking the new directions we could be walking towards. But we can never change it, so at a certain point it's best to let go. There can be an increase in jealous and or vengeful behaviour. People can be intent on repaying what they see as past wrongs. People can also become more secretive in their behaviours, further intentions in close relationships, so it may be best to just be honest if you can. Esoterically, the best use of this energy is to look after your sexual and emotional health. If you find it hard to express your emotions, writing them down may help. Some of you may feel like your creative and vital energies are being blocked. Get as much rest as possible is essential to, just rejuvenate self. Also, you may want to, as I said, run from those emotions, but sometimes, screaming alone in your car or pretending to scream to let out that pent out anger and resentment is the best you can do. Lack of money may also bring you added stress, but it's imperative to consider what you can do with what you have rather than focus on what you lack. It can take longer to reach your goals due to lack of adequate resources, but if you keep on trying, you will eventually get there. Although you may be tempted to start new things, it's best to use this moon in Scorpio energy to finish up old business and projects and resolve old arguments. For gardeners, when the moon is in Scorpio, it's a decent time to plant hard crops and vines such as pole beans, corn, cucumbers, pumpkins, tomatoes, squashes, melons and courgette. So yeah, squashes, melons and courgette. Also on the 2nd of September, the Sun makes a Sesquiquadrate to Pluto today, and because Pluto co-rules Scorpio, this is a subtle energy, yet increases the risk of power struggles and manipulation, so it's important to use your conscious willpower to overcome any tension. Yes, people may be domineering and fanatical. If you work towards it, radical changes can be achieved today. On the 3rd of September, the moon leaves Via Combusta at 15:35. There's also a first quarter moon at 7:08 p.m. The moon in its first quarter may find you focus more on overcoming obstacles and increasing your commitments in your career, relationships or personal development. There can also be more impulsivity and creativity. Some of you may make up your mind to succeed at your goals, feeling more courageous and having more willpower. Moon Day 8 allows for more organisation, quick and logical thinking and resourcefulness. Although moods may frequently change, leading to discomfort, some of you may be forced to deal with pressurized situations and the things you've been putting off or avoiding. It's best to sort of just try your best to confront rather than run from your problems. It's also best to think things through before you respond or act. Taking some time out from your old routine, even for 5 minutes, can make you feel more revitalized. Being cautious will help you avoid difficulties. Mercury also makes a trine to Mars today, supporting you in figuring out your priorities and taking decisive action to resolve your problems or to get on with your projects or anything else you've been putting off. You may find yourself having the right answers if challenged by others. The power to convince others effectively by all means of communication is given when Mercury makes a trine to Mars. So yeah, that's the weekly forecast from the 28th of August right up until the 3rd of September. Thanks a lot for listening. Take care. Bye bye.